Hello guys, once again, welcome back to Wavy Farm KE. My name is Evra or Steve. Each and either will do. Yes, we've been out for a while, but we're back. Hopefully we get better. I'll try and put more videos this time. I hope we won't go into another hibernation, guys. I'm really sorry. But yeah, life happens, and sometimes you don't have the time to do it because other things come in between. But yeah, I think this time I'll try and be more consistent in giving you guys content. Okay, so in this video I'll switch it up a bit. I'll be talking about football, soccer, specifically the English Premier League. I'll try and predict predict next season or the coming season, how teams will fare in terms of ranking in the table. So yeah, I'll be ranking them from 20 to number 1. Wish me luck, guys. I hope my predictions won't be far off from what will happen, but we'll revisit this video once the season is over and see if I was off or not. So guys, without further ado, I think we can start. This will be a fairly short video, but yeah, I'll try and put in as much as I can. So relegation, my 3 teams that will be in relegation, I think Wolves will be 20. Haven't done much investment. Yeah, that will be the biggest downfall, though the what do we call it, the transfer window is not shut yet. But if they don't do major signings, I predict they'll be going down, most definitely. But we don't know. Mpira udunda, that's what we say here in Kenya. So the second or 19th ranked team according to my poll is Sheffield United. Don't know much about it since they were relegated. I think they kept some players, but their style of play is a bit predictable unless they change. But if they play the way they played the last time they came to the Premier League, which was I think 2 years ago, or yeah, they'll be going down again, and I suspect they will. 18, I'll give Luton Town. Don't know much about it except they've been a non-league team, and they rose from the non-league to the Premier League, which is, I think, a beautiful football story. But Premier League is Premier League. It's just cream de la cream of players playing the Premier League, and they're not, in my opinion, they're not ready. Maybe if they buy, I don't know how their finances are. I don't think they can spend as much, but yeah, that's my prediction. Okay, moving on to lower mid-table teams. My 5 teams, I think Nottingham Forest, number 17, Burnley, 16, Bournemouth, 15, Fulham, 14, and Brentford, 13. Yeah, all those teams. Fulham, I think I've invested on all among the 5. Nottingham also, I think they bought, I think, Elanga, and they're chasing Dean Henderson from Manchester United. If they manage to get him, maybe they can move a bit higher, but I don't think they'll move from that bracket. They'll be between 13 and 17. But this is how I predict the table will be. Brentford, they'll really miss Tony's goals. He's out for maybe half a season, so hopefully when he's back he'll be better. Yeah, let's go on higher mid-table teams. That is number 8 to 12, I think. No, I think it's 9 to 12. So at number 12 will be Crystal Palace. Number 11, I'll give it to Everton. Number 10, 10th position, I'll give it to West Ham. Yeah. And the last position, this is hard because the rest of the teams are actually really decent teams, but I think if Brighton sell Caicedo, and I think they will be forced to because money, Brighton is in, I don't know, they're not to sell their best players, so I'll put Brighton there as the number 10 team. I think they'll finish 10th. I love their foot. I don't know why, I just love Brighton. Maybe because they've been scoring against my team, like home and away last season. They play amazing football. So I think they'll be, if they don't sell, that is, they'll still be a threat. They have really amazing players. And yeah, now to the creme de la creme of the EPL. Teams that will qualify for Europe. This season, I think there'll be a change. We'll have 5 teams in the Champions League, 2 teams Europa, and 1 team Conference. So for the Conference, I'll put Aston Villa. They've had an amazing transfer period. I think they've had one of the best. They've bought really amazing players. Telemans. Who else have they bought? They've bought some really good players, I think. So I can't remember them out of the top of my head, but they'll be good. I'm sure they'll be amazing this season for the Conference League. So the team to watch, I think they'll be the team to watch this season. At the Europa places, 2 teams. I'll go for Tottenham, and this is hard, but Newcastle at 7th and 6th. 7th will be Tottenham, because I don't know, Tottenham is just that team that really wobbles. I'm not sure about it. They can play amazing football, and they can just be a Europa team. They're just like that. I don't know what's wrong with them. They have good players, but they just don't perform to the level we think they will. On to the Champions League positions, 2 to 5. This is hard, but coming on at number 5, in my view, will be Chelsea. They'll be in the Champions League for sure. They don't have any Europa or Europe to play this season, so they'll be concentrating on the league and maybe the League Cup, like the League Cup and FA local domestic cups. They've sold, like, I don't know, they've sold so many players, and I think the good thing about them, I'm sure they'll buy more. So yeah, Champions League, that's a no-brainer. At number 4, this is hard. This is really hard. But I'll go for Arsenal. I know people will think I'm crazy about this. I'm crazy putting Arsenal at number 4, but yeah, I just think they won't be able to match what they did last season. And going by the fact that most teams around them have really invested in their teams, they won't have a really good season or a comparable season to the last one. So yeah, that's it. I think they'll be there. Number 3. I don't want to be biased, but as you can see, I'm a Manchester United supporter. And going by the information I have now, I'm not so sure about the striker we bought. I don't know if he's a 20 or a 15 or a 10 goal per season player. So Just by that fact, I'll put United at third. Yeah, I'll put United at third. We might be fourth, we might be second, but depending on how the transfer season or transfer goes, I'll just put us above Arsenal in the table. But that's my opinion. I don't know. We'll see end of season if I'm right or wrong. Yeah. Now I think I'll do the champions before I do the second. I think Liverpool are not in the Champions League this season. They've invested massively in that team with amazing world-class players, I'd say. I fear Liverpool. I'll admit it. I fear Liverpool this season. They'll go under the radar and people will not. But if they manage to win their first 5 games, which I hope they won't, but I have a feeling if they manage to go on a run, I don't know. Yeah, Liverpool, they manage to go on a run, and we all know they're not in the Champions League, so they'll be concentrating majorly on the Premier League. With the caliber of players they have at their disposal, they might win the league. They might. I'm telling you, Liverpool might win the league. Most people will be in total disagreement with me right now, but they are there. They're above Man United in terms of just where they are. I think last season was a blip. I don't think they'll be going any lower than last season. It was a blip in that machine, and yeah, they didn't have time to address it. But now they are not in the Champions League, so I'm dreadful. But there's one man called Pep Guardiola, and yeah, he's a beast. So I'm sorry, I'll just have to put City champions, Liverpool number 2. Yeah, that's my prediction. Hopefully my team will be higher, but I don't know. That's how the teams will rank this season. Hope you enjoyed this video. Kindly like, share, subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Peace.